Well, happy 4th of July, everyone. Oh boy, time to get it all out. It is quite early this morning. We'll get into the good stuff later. So I got a lot of my stuff in multiple different places. A lot of this stuff was stuff I was going to do for New Year's, and then things that I have just sitting randomly in here. Got those nuclear snaps by Raccoon. Love those. Maker Scream. I believe that's from Big. Those ones are really cool. I picked this one up for New Year's. Has some really cool whistle effects in it. Just didn't get to do it just because it was way too windy. Definitely gonna hit that tonight. Got Big Color by Raccoon Fireworks. I believe this is a 10 shot or a 12 shot. Some decent sized bore tubes on this thing. It's nice for a little 200 gram cake. Get the description on care, this thing's heavy. It's pretty cool. I got this one out of the assortment kit that Raccoon had back in the day. I got something underneath there. It's like Christmas in here. Oh, and we got a Nola Gale purple pull pin smoke. This is a 40. Let me do it off camera. I want to say these are their 40s. I'll do one of these. This thing emits a ton of smoke. Anybody plays paintball or airsoft, they know what these things are. Pretty cool. I got two of them, purple and green. Buzz Killer. Haven't seen any of these in the fireworks stores. These are really good, nice and loud, big. Shogun Jumbo Crackling Ground Balloon. It's like a little hodgepodge box of just randomness. Oh yeah, shooter fountain. It has fuse in it. It's a fountain. You light it as such as a fountain, but it's got fuse in it for the fountain effect. Crazy. Couldn't find any more to do a demo on. And this is all I had last year. This is how I use fuse now. Yeah. It's cheaper. I got it was like 30 bucks for this, and then there was like almost 80 to 90 feet of fuse in here. So you do math. It's too early for me to do math. The flashbang firecrackers. They're good, but that M800 strip I did was 10 times better than this crap. They're a cardboard plug in here, and then that firecracker sitting inside of it, so they're really not loud. Cool to have though. There's the single firecrackers. Like, you got these, the flashbang firecrackers, and then you got, they call these the flashbang firecrackers. So that size and that size. I don't know. Whatever. Some of these little Singer blaster shots from Dominator, they weren't bad. They were pretty good. A little tiny, like, I don't know, I guess it's almost a little over half-inch tube. They're decent. Pop some more of these off. Fun. Gotta have safety. Gotta have safety. Always have your fire extinguisher. This one is a aerogel, but it's also safe for the environment. I got like 3 more floating around out elsewhere with my other stash, so really good to have those. Moving on. So I've got Gold School. This is an old cake I used from my New Year's show. It's from Red Label? Red Light. We got chemtrails from Heavy Brand and 2 Down the Rabbit Holes. Again, a lot of this stuff is just stuff that I did for my New Year's show. The light was flickering. It's a sign. Anyway, I don't know. Might do like one demo on these. I've already done like one demo in the past, and Georgia Pyro does these videos where he does like, you know, multiples, like 4 at a time or 2 at a time, and I don't know. We'll see what happens. I might just do 1 at a time just to have fun. We'll see how timing goes. 2 Down the Rabbit Holes. Nice little cake. Gold School. Another nice little golden cake. Pretty much all gold in here. Yeah. Pyro Junkie. If you know, you know. If you don't, watch my videos. You'll find out. Your Neighbor's Nightmare. I picked this one up from Sky King last year. No, I'm sorry, 2 years ago. And this was like back when they were like having a hard time like getting product shipped in and whatnot. Anyway, picked this one up. Yeah, it was like right after they increased the shipping container costs and everything. It was like right after COVID, and they increased their shipping containers. Gosh, that light is just a going. It's not that. There it goes again. See, like blick, blick, blick. It's a sign. Change the light bulb. Your Neighbor's Nightmare. I love this kick. I had 3 of them when I bought it. Has like a bunch of whistling shots for the first, and then these nice, beautiful, almost like willow breaks, and then these little zinger hummer hits at the very end, and then a final volley break of willows. Very cool cake. It's from Inked Pyro, which is a Herbie's Fireworks, which a lot of people are starting to talk about that one. This is definitely a nice one to check out if you want. Focus, we'll give them that QR code. Boom. You can watch the video before I even do it. That's probably going to be a while before that one gets uploaded. Oh. Some aerial bombs. I just some of these out. I have the 30s. This is all this is the 30. Came 9 in a box. It's like $30. Really cool. I love these. I only demoed some, but I didn't get it on video. But we'll definitely get some more of these ones on video. These are fun. And these ones, these 30mm ones are really cool because they're like really huge breaks for that tiny little thing. Like, I know everybody shows them off. Like Cody B did his recently. Those other ones, but man, these Zenith ones, these 30mm, look at that. Like those ones Cody B was doing was decent, but those things are like fat and round. And then I'm like, okay, look at this thing. And then, is that like a little tube in there? Or is that like a... Cap pops off. It's a plug. I'm like pushing it down. There's like a plug right there. One sec. Okay, so there's like this little paper. Oh, don't push it down in there further, stupid. There's like this little paper. Oh, now we're gonna do it again. Oh yeah. Pyro surgery. Okay, so there's this little cardboard plug right here. They had it capped off the top. So that is a little canister shell in there. I don't want to shake it around because the reason they have the plug up there, you can hear lift charges right down there on the bottom. There's like a little space you can see. That's why they put the plug up here right on top, because it wasn't going down farther. I like barely pushed on it, it went in. So it's little tiny canister shells in there. Kind of curious how they get those almost full symmetrical breaks. It's like, wait a minute. So, you know, because we all know how canister shell breaks. They break out of the sides, or, you know, they don't break through the top. So you don't get that full symmetrical break. But man, I swear some of these, when they hit and they break, wrapped around like that. So yeah, there's a little canister shell down in there. Part of me wants to. One moment. Wow, that took a little bit of puzzle and effort to get this to happen. Okay, so here you go. What's inside of a 30mm sawed off? Canister shells. There's your lift charge. Time fuse. Well, the lift is actually down there in the bottom. I don't know. Maybe that's, oh, you know what that is? That's your tail effect. That burns as it goes up and you see the tail. Okay. Wow, look at that. That's a decent sized little shot. So that's like basically what you're getting here coming out of like one of these. You're basically buying a single shot from a 500-gram cake. That is that equivalent. A little better look at that. And then of course down in here, okay, wait, so, huh? There's barely any like stars in there, and I know I didn't drop any. Where does the fuse go through though? This fuse doesn't come on the side. So that bottom plug right there, that's gotta be where the because it's got a hole in it. So that bottom plug has got to be another bit of like the black powder lift down underneath there. So what it is the fuse is here and it goes all the way down to this black part, comes in, and then this extra capping on the bottom is actually where all the lift charge is sitting. So if I took that out, which I don't want to because I actually want to fire this thing, then yeah, it'll still, that's cool. So they're trying to hold all that black powder. So normally with some of these cakes, you know, they turn them upside down or sideways and black powder will fall out of those tubes. That's pretty cool. That's smart. Anyway, it's coming a long video now. There you have it. What's inside of a sawed off 30mm Zenith shell? A canister shell. Now this thing, there's where all your weight is. Oh my goodness. That, after holding that and then picking that back up, wow. This thing weighs like nothing. This thing weighs like about 3 or 4 shooting marbles. There you go. Put that back in there. Yeah. It's like I never did anything to it. Oh, wait. Gotta finish it off. Boom. Ta-da! Uh-oh. It's not rattling. That's not a good sign. It's not rattling. Well, that might be the bad one. We'll take the cap off that. We'll see what happens. Don't do this at home. Do it at a friend's house. Anyway, I've gone through this a long time ago. Nothing has really changed in here. If you haven't seen anything, I implore you to watch my mortar addictions video. It'll explain what all this is. It's just a lot of just randomness. Some Kong shells, some super shells, some neon supers, some neon serpents. I believe there's some soul tickers in here, some echo in the ears, random ball shells, most likely TNT. the Nishiki from Elite, just a bunch of randoms. I know it says this on here. That's not what that is. But these are Nishikis, trust me. Those are Neon Supers. It did have Neon Supers, but I did a show, and those are the ones from my last year's show that got thrown out of the tubes and didn't detonate. So there they are. Let's go on since we're already on the mortars. Typhoon shells. I have some of these left. I have another box sitting elsewhere in my other stash area. 1.75s. These are all 12 effects. It's doubled over here, so you get 2 of the same all the way through. So this shell and this shell are the exact same also on. Nothing different there, but I liked it. It's 1.75s. You can shoot them in the same tubes as you shoot these in. So moving on. Rowdy Rings, ring shells by Hot Fireworks. Again, a lot of this I've gone through on my Mortars Addiction video. Detonator by Big. The Nishiki Fallout. These are from Great Grizzly. Those are going to be really fun to do. I wanted to do these New Year's, didn't get to. Oh, yes. Undertaker. I noticed something last time. I didn't really pay attention to it, but there are not 24 different effects. There are 12 different effects, and it just repeats them again at 13. So, yeah. But still, they're all brocades. It's from a no-name brand. It's from an actual shell kit that has 3 other different kits in it. One of them being a crackle kit and a color. Well, actually, the orange one and the red one seem like more color. Neon Serpents. These ones are really nice. 4 different tail effects in them. Pretty similar to the Soul Takers. In fact, I would say that these are like the sister ones, even though they're from the same company, just different brand makings. These ones are Vivid, which these are actually the 2023 versions. They have new boxes now. Same thing with the Soul Takers. Savage. Love these shells. 12 double break and then 12 big single breaks. Got the king size shells back there in the back. Dirty bombs. And of course you can't forget the growlers. Might as well be able the growlers technically replace the Excaliburs. Like, the growlers are louder than the Excalibur. You actually get 24 different shells in that kit. Like, they heard all the complaints, and probably me, complaining about how Excalibur just lied on the boxes, how it says there's 24 different effects, but then you only had 6 different effects 4 different times, and they're like, yeah, but they're still loud. And I'm like, yeah, but you can't use it for a show unless you want those effects. Like, if you want the effects that it says on the box, you're not getting it. And what good does that do me? So I think they came out with the growlers, but then they didn't put effect levels on the box because of that world-class thing. They didn't know if it was even going to work properly. I don't know. I'm just speculating. But those things are loud. 24 different shell effects in them. I mean, you can love Excalibur, but that beat it a long time ago. Candles. Just a few randomness of candles. I got the Pro Ox candles from Maddox. These are cool, just Comet Tails, Blackjacks, little step up, and then Suicide Kings, pretty much like the Blackjacks. And then just some randomness, the Whistling Thunders from Fire Factory, little Saturn Missile, and whatnot. Yeah, that's about it for part 1 of this stash showing off. I still have a whole nother set of things to get into. Boxes. So what do we got over here? We got randomness of rockets and silver tails, all kinds of stuff. Motor cleaning tube. Now, how do you clean your motor tubes? Anybody know that one? I use a toilet brush. Got one and squeeze the, the end of it right there, and down in the tube she goes. You go down in there and you plunge in the toilet, but clean your tube, and then come out of there. Boom, tube's clean. Just do it with gloves, because that's fiberglass, and you don't want to get that on your hands. Trust me. Here we go. This is what I was trying to find. Strobe fountain. Those little flashing strobes, but on like steroids. White glitter? No, more like just white. Blinding white light. We got the 6 drinks. They're all floating around in here. We'll hit those again. We'll hit all 6 of them at once this time. Normally I do one at a time, but I've already done demos on them, so we're going to hit all 6 of these at the same time. We got nuclear kamikaze. We got cherry bomb. We got apple martini. Can't forget the purple hooter. Everclear. And last but not least, there she's in here. The lemon drop is in here. I just got it. There's too much stuff. Probably on this side. TNT bombs. We're gonna have fun. There we go. Yeah, I knew it was on this side. Lemon drop. So we got all 6 of the 6 drinks. We're gonna hit all 6 of them. We got a Panda Acrobatic. My Bright Star. Buzz Killers. Whips. Anyway, like I said, Pyros, y'all have a safe and happy 4th of July. I'm going to get to it here in a minute, because I still got to go through all this stuff and organize it. And then I got to take all that crap out of boxes and get all that ready. And then I still got to go and pull all the motor tubes out from all these years of collecting fireworks. Yeah. I'm about to throw them away like some of these other guys, but I gotta do that later on. But first, breakfast. Peace.